Welcome to the Evolution of Consciousness channel. Do you still believe that your life is a straight line? That every day is just a continuation of the previous one? As if everything is going according to a pre-written script and you are simply turning the pages one after another? Morning, day, evening, morning again, the same world, the same walls, the same faces, the same thoughts. But the truth is that this is just a convenient illusion built into your consciousness so that you don't go crazy from the endless novelty. In fact, no new day is a continuation of the old one. The old one, you don't continue living, you restart every dawn. It's a new entry point into a completely different configuration of reality, but you don't notice it because everything seems the same objects, the same street, the same person next to you. But everything is already shifted at a different angle at different frequencies, as if someone turned the knob on the game version, and you accept this as normal because it's easier for you, because your mind wants stability, wants to latch onto something and say, this is me, this is my life, everything is clear. But nothing is clear. You live in a series of parallel downloads that are tailored to your vibrations, your fears, your hopes. You are in a new world every time, but it is stylized to look like the old one so that you don't get scared. This is the main deception of the Matrix, and at the same time it's key. If you realize that a day is not a continuation but a download, you will begin to change not only your morning, you will begin to control the very fabric of reality. The moment of awakening is not just opening your eyes, it is the start of a new simulation. You think you just woke up in the same body, in the same room, with the same thoughts, but if you look closely, everything is slightly different. The light is slightly different. The inner feeling is different. The degree of sound you hear inside yourself is different. You have entered an updated version of the world. It's like loading a new scene in a game. The textures are familiar, but something is shifted. And that something is the most important thing, because you are not a spectator, you are the loader. You are the one who shapes which version of reality will appear on the screen of your consciousness. Every morning you are at a crossroads, and it is at this moment, in the first few minutes, while your mind is not yet caught up in routine, while your memory has not yet completely filtered out the old day, that you are able to set your trajectory. At that moment, you literally program your entire day through your feelings, through images, through your mood, not through plans and lists, but through the vibration that you begin to radiate from the very first minute. If you wake up feeling anxious, the world will respond with alarming events. If you wake up feeling grateful, the universe will begin to thank you in return. Awakening is a portal, not a metaphor, not a poetic image, but a real energy gateway through which you enter one of the versions of the world, and the more consciously you pass through it, the more opportunities you have within the day. After all, it is you who chooses to load the scenario of pain or the scenario of strength. You think that you wake up the same person you went to sleep as. But this is an illusion. Every night while your body rests, your consciousness returns to its starting point, to its core. It seems to scatter, only to reassemble itself, and in the morning you load up like a new build. It seems to be the same shell, the same memories, but the mood is already different. Sometimes you wonder why what seemed important yesterday has let go today. Why yesterday you were irritated, and today there is peace inside. Because at night a process of restructuring took place, gentle, imperceptible, but fundamental. And this assembly has everything: your emotions, your fears, your desires, and even decisions you don't know about yet. A new personality does not appear from scratch. It is compiled from your subconscious patterns of experience, bodily sensations, and most importantly, your intentions, from the invisible command you gave yourself the day before, from the energy you let flow through you before falling asleep. That is why it is important what state you fall asleep in, as it becomes the basis for your morning version. But even more important is what you do with it this morning, because personality is not a constant, it is a variable. You may wake up today feeling resentful, but choose not to be resentful. You may wake up in a body that hurts, but choose to act as if you already have strength. And from that point, a new scenario begins. You are not the result of yesterday. You are the starting point for a new you. Everything you see around you in the morning is not just the outside world. It is a mirror of your inner state. Familiar walls, the same people, the same job, and even the noise of the street. Everything seems to be the same as yesterday. But if you look closely, the colors in this world are slightly different. Their saturation, their sharpness, their warmth are not set by the sun but by you. Because as soon as you open your eyes, the process of reflection begins. Your vibrations, your inner purity become the basis of the pattern, and reality, like a kaleidoscope, adjusts to this inner pattern. That is why, on the same day, for two different people, the world can be either hostile or kind. One will encounter rudeness, harshness, closed doors, while the other will encounter help, smiles, and kind words. The reason is not external. It lies in the setting of the mirrors. If there is a lot of noise, fear, and doubt inside you, the world will begin to mirror exactly that. It will show you fear in the news, aggression in passers-by, and distrust in dialogue. But if there is silence inside you, even the most chaotic events will suddenly begin to fall into a logical order. Every day, the world is not built from the bricks of the past, it is built from the patterns of the present, and the pattern is you. You may think that the main thing is actions, that reality is built from actions, goals, and logic. But the real fabric of the world is created earlier, deeper, at the level of vibration. Your state in the morning is your inner password. You can wake up tired, distrustful, anxious, and then the day will seem to fall into your hands in heavy chunks, not because it is heavy, but because you have loaded such a wave into the system. But if you wake up with a feeling of gratitude, even if it is small, for the sun, for the silence, for the body that breathes, you change the starting frequency, and this new frequency begins to form a different branch of reality around you. The right people, the right conversations, the right coincidences, everything responds to your vibration. You don't control the whole world, but you control which version of it you wake up to. You are the source of the signal, and the quality of the signal determines the quality of the scene. The higher the frequency, the thinner the space, the purer the emotion, the purer the reflection. This is not magic, it is tuning. You don't have to be happy by force, but you can choose what to build your next day on fatigue or on light, on fear or on trust. The world will adjust. It always listens to you, even when you are silent. You may not feel it, but every morning is not just a continuation of yesterday. It is not a road where you go from point A to point B. It is a portal, and you are not the same person you were yesterday. You open your eyes, and the world seems the same walls, the same kitchen, the same clothes, but you are already different. Imperceptibly, one click deeper, one breath further, and here, in this new version of you, there are already different meanings, different reactions, a different path. This is the loading of a new universe. You don't continue the old script unless you choose it yourself. You start the day with a clean slate, with a new combination of your feelings, thoughts, subconscious conclusions, dreams, and vibrations. Every day is a chance to rewrite the past through a different perception, to change your attitude, and therefore to change the trajectory itself, to change not the events, but their meaning, and therefore their consequences. You can take your pain and read it differently. You can feel the same scene yesterday and suddenly realize that it was necessary, that it was a turning point, that it was not the end but the beginning. You are the editor of your life, and every morning is a blank page. Write whatever you want. The matrix is updated every day, and your code is in your choice. People are used to thinking that every day is a return to themselves, to their habits, to a reality that is just waiting for them to wake up. But the truth is that you never return. You reassemble yourself every time you wake up. You don't just get out of bed. You activate a new version of yourself with new settings, a new level of awareness, new sensations of the world. You are like an updated app with the same name but different functionality. What was a trigger yesterday may become a lesson today. What seemed like a dead end yesterday feels like a transition today, precisely because you are different. And every time you choose a conscious response instead of an automatic reaction, you add a new line of code to this reality. You become the author, not just the user. You are not a passenger, you are the driver. This is how the universe lives, through your purity, through your vibration, through your choice. Let this day be a new line in the reality you are creating. Let the morning be a portal to a world that responds to you with love and clarity.